is my review for the anime Free. This is my first impressions for this series, so let's get into this. So, before I actually jump into this entire review, let me give you some history on the anime Free. Originally, this wasn't supposed to be an anime, actually. It was just a little project that Animation Do just did. They ended up having like this little bit of commercial, little 30-second commercial, along with the splash image. And with that was just a big slew of fans jumping onto this and calling this the new swimming anime. And so with the petition that the fans created and the fans just rallying behind this, it actually became an anime. It's cool to see that the fans can actually get something to actually become an anime. That's pretty cool, actually. So the anime is actually based off a light novel called High Speed, which was written by Koji Oji and illustrations by Toshi Nishida. The animation is done by Kyoto Animations along with Animation Do. The music is done by Tatsuya Kato, and the story is written by Masahiro Yokotani, and the show is directed by Hiroko Utsumi. So what happened in this episode really is just that we get some character development so far from the first part of this episode by some flashback of them, all the characters as kids in elementary school, and they're all friends and stuff, and they were swimming and everything like that. And one day, towards the end of elementary school, Ren wanted to join this competition, and he wanted Haru to join him because you see how Haru was like really good at swimming. He ends up actually doing so and ended up winning the trophy actually at that time. Though the thing is, when it comes to Haru's personality, he's not a person that likes to do competitive swimming. He wants to swim free. That's what he wants. He's always wants to swim free. You know, swim free, you know, so free. Oh, I get it, he did it. Ah. And so afterwards, we get to see Haru as an adult along with his two friends, Mikoto and Nagisa, because they end up all coming back together years later in a new school. And they wanted to end up going to go dig up that trophy that they won a long time ago in elementary school, which is at their old school, and their old school is going to get torn down, by the way. But they end up going to the old school, and that's when they actually reunite with Ren after so many years, because he was at Australia, but he came back for some reason. And so Ren ends up wanting to challenge Haru to a swim-off, but apparently there was no water in the pool at that time, so they couldn't really do anything. But later, toward like the end of the episode, Haru, Mikoto, and Nagisa end up going to, I think, was Ren's school, and so they end up swimming in Ren's school's pool, and that's when Ren came up, and then Ren ends up challenging Haru once again, and so we're seeing a standoff right here. So it's gonna get freaking epic in the next episode, some really good swimming and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see how this is all gonna go. I have to say, Kyoto Animation and Animation Do did a very good job with the animation for this episode, or for the series. Anyways, it looks really good, very detailed. I know the freaking ladies are probably like, oh my goodness, going crazy and stuff because of just how well animated and how well just the body looks. Like, it just looks very realistic. They did a very good job on that. Not to mention, like, when they're swimming, the water looks very crisp. It looks real, honestly. So they did an excellent job keeping this animation very crisp and clean. And I'm hoping that the animation stays at this quality throughout the series. There's 12 episodes to this series, by the way. The music in this series is actually pretty good. I like the opening and endings, the musical scores for just like the background and everything. It fits very nicely. There's a little bit of dubstep actually in this show, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I personally don't really like dubstep that much, but with this show and how it was placed with the scenes and stuff, it was actually pretty good. Like, a good moment when it came to the music, and it got kind of like Beast, is when Ren actually reappeared years later, you know, when they're in that school. His music when he reappeared was kind of cool. Like, it was Beast. I was like, oh snaps! Like, oh, okay. Like, it's some good music for this show so far, so I like this. And the story, like I said, there's not really too much of the story going on yet, but we'll probably dive more into it as the show goes on. But so far, from the characters and the character designs, I do like this, and I look forward to see some more. I look forward to see more of this show. It looks very interesting. You know, I told you my body was ready, so I am ready. You know, I'm ready to watch this show. I'm ready to continue reviewing it if you guys want me to review it, because I'm gonna do this whole setup like I did before, where I'm gonna make a video where I want you guys to vote on which animes you want me to review for this season. And I only probably will do 2 or 3. I'm not really sure which ones I will do, but that's where you guys will have to vote for. So I'll probably make a video probably after 2 weeks or so I can get a final verdict on what I should be reviewing. So leave your comments below and tell me what you think of this anime here, Anime Free. Are you going to be swimming after you watch this freaking anime? Tell me down below. I want to know, man. want to know. Like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more first impression reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out.